Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, June 28th, and I'm actually just sitting down at my computer here, getting ready to look at markets and see what's going on. I did not do any analysis the end of last week. I was visiting my in-laws and was not trading. It's always good to take some time away from the charts and to be with your family. I think that's why a lot of us do this to begin with, right? To free up our time and give us flexibility. So let's just take a look at what's been going on. And I don't think there's really a ton to report, from last week. Markets were looking really bullish. I did post a few updates into the Discord group that we have for our members. We highlighted this buy right here, this candle, and so that's been looking pretty good follow through on that. I didn't take it myself because wasn't I didn't want to be keeping an eye on the charts. And things are looking pretty good. I mean, market's been moving up. There's pretty good volume along with that movement, and which shows some price acceptance. So yeah, I think things are looking good here for another rally. So for me, with my swings long term, it's just a matter of looking for good entries. I was kind of staying out of swings a lot, especially when we were up near these previous highs, because every time we tried to make a new high, we just rejected hard all of these times. So I was just sort of taking it slow, loading up in my long-term account, but really taking it easy as far as swing trades go. And now here we are. So this is the 4-hour chart. I'm going to just zoom out a little bit. Actually, here's my chart that has all my drawings on it, actually. Yeah, this is my chart that has all my drawings. Let's just take a look, see. So these teal lines were our previous points of control. I'm going to get rid of some of this older stuff that's on here. Apologize, did not have time to do this previously this morning. A lot of times I try to clean up the charts a little bit ahead of time. I also apologize if I'm a little bit stuffy this morning. I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, so just trying to take it easy a little bit. So this is sort of where we're at, right? We had this swing down all the way up to a little swing high, come back down again, and then here we are again. I'm going to change my candles around here, make it a little bit more clear. So, and then we kind of came down, probed down below, and we have this big old swing, I guess, that we're in right now, right? So it's we're a little bit funky because we technically kind of broke this low, but we're still moving up. So I think maybe what I'll do is this. This was kind of a weird, we were just getting so stuck here at these highs. So I'll keep this purple channel here because we made this high, kind of made a little bit of low, attempted another high and sort of failed and just came back into this range. This low still holding and still maintaining our bullish sort of intermediate trend, and then up we go. So this looks pretty good on the daily chart. Really now it's just a matter of looking for, where might we retrace to. And I just want to take a look at the overall volume because, again, we were sort of bouncing around here for a while. And we can see that still our peak volume is very much down here. We're starting to build more price acceptance up here, but our value hasn't really changed a whole lot still. And I think that's why this rally so far is a little weak. I think we just need to build some more volume there. I want to just take a look at this developing POC and just see if that shows me anything else. Because I think watching how value develops can be super helpful as well. So yeah, the point of control really hasn't changed. And we can see value throughout this period. It's sort of expanded, which really signifies also like more market participation. And this is kind of where we're at right now. So within this sort of auction right now, we're above value, and we want to just see, are we going to hold up there? Are we going to build more price acceptance up there? We see we have this like little low volume node in here, right? And that could offer us a little bit of rejection. That sort of lines up with some of these other levels that we had here. So maybe a little pull down to there and start to build something up here. It could be interesting. So something, just stuff to keep an eye on, I guess. I think analysis is always a little bit trickier when we are at all-time highs. You don't have as much reference point. So this little red line here is going to be our sort of low volume area. That would be an area that we'd want to see reject. And basically what I mean by that is if we fall below this, there's a good chance we get sucked back into this stuff. It's very possible, or even sucked back down here again. And that's all very possible. As you can see, this line lines up with this teal. So we don't really want to get sucked back down there because that kind of gets us back in the weeds of the range that we were back in before. So this level here, 42.50, is kind of a level that I'd really want to see hold. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get a probe below it. For instance, we might probe down and test into some of this volume that's here, but I really would prefer to see that level hold. So 42.50 is sort of an important level for me right now on the ES. We've got this little rotation in here, so there's some volume there that, if that does fail, it might come down to here. And then if there's more rotation up in here, where again, we might want to see some of this stuff hold down in here. And this is really a little bit more range expansion looking, so this isn't as pronounced, but it's still something that might be good to be aware of. I think what I'm going to do is, because this is a low volume node, I'm going to just change the color to make it a bit more clear. I'll make it like this purple color. And yeah, so that's kind of from the big picture. Those are some of the levels I'm looking at. For intraday, I think this same level here, this 42.57 might be a level we might look for the market to pull back to. And then again, I probably would try and put a stop maybe underneath this purple level because that's our low volume level. So you could do something for like even, it might be more of a swing style, depending on your risk tolerance. Like you could put an entry, around 42.57 and your stop maybe down like 42.48 or something like that, and just see how that goes. Put it under this low down here, 42.46 maybe would be a better place. So we might expect, if we do pull back today, to maybe stall here. And that would be pretty consistent with our overall thesis, where we want to see, more volume build up here so we don't get sucked back down. I mean, so much volume in here, dating all the way back to April. So we don't want to get sucked back into that stuff, right? So that would be pretty consistent with that. Let's just get a little bit more of a granular look just at this sort of mess that we were stuck in. And again, point of control is the same. This was that lower area point of control. And so we can just see, like, as we get up into this area, there's still the volume gets very thin comparatively. So this is that low volume area right there, that purple level. And this is that little node right there that we're looking at, 42.57. So, that's kind of that, a little test down to this area would be kind of a cool thing to happen. And then, I would probably go to a smaller time frame and look for reversals, because if you're intraday trading, that's sort of a big stop. As a swing, this might be a good area to look to enter into swing trade longs, right around that 42.57 down to 42.50. Somewhere in there, looking to enter swing trade longs could be a good idea. So we'll keep our eye on that. That's kind of all I'm looking at today. I really don't think we're going to drop down to these lower levels. I'm going to keep them on my chart just cause. What we want to see happen is we want to see value migrating up. It hasn't really done a great job of migrating up so far. So the market's attempting to move up, but so far isn't doing it terribly convincingly. But I think we need to give it time, because this was a lot of trading in here, and we are building volume. It's not like volume is drying up. So I do think we're kind of good for a rally. I just don't want to buy at all-time highs. I'd rather wait for a bit of a pullback. And I think this 42.57 level, it also lines up with that previous high. That could be a nice, interesting level to get a bit of a retest and to pull back and see how we do from there. Just want to see if there's anything else in here. There's a bit of volume in here as well. So we might just pull that up just within that move. There's a bit of volume in there as well. So something else to be aware of there. But yeah, I think beyond that, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, this level looks actually pretty good. This 42.66 as an intraday level, that could be pretty good to just go for a quick scalp. You could do something there, I think, for sure. So yeah, all looks pretty well here. We'll just sort of see what the market gives us going into the open. Again, I'm a little bit foggy headed today. I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, so just trying to take it easy. And actually looks like this level may have already gotten tested. If we go to a smaller time frame, you can see, that came pretty darn close there. So I don't know how much more I'm going to trade off of that level, to be honest. Another little high volume down here. Something else to be aware of. And then we're building volume here. This is this thing here. So the question is going to be, are we going to just stay sideways? Are we going to move up? Let's just take a quick look at session volume and just see what that shows us as well. So session volume looks like we're going to open above Friday's value. So that's another good sign for potential bullish run today. So yeah, I think things right now today, we may have already tested this level. I don't know if we're going to need to test down lower from this consolidation. I think this was yesterday's point of control. You can see we tested it almost exactly. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good. We'll just have to see how we open. Are we going to start to continue to move up and build more volume up here? Or are we going to maybe try to come up and then come back down and just sort of rotate around these areas? Only time will tell, and we'll have to just let the market show us what it wants to do. So I'm going to end it there, collect myself a little bit, get a drink of water before the market opens. I'm going to take it a bit easy this morning. I might take some trades. I might not, because if I'm not feeling clear in the head, I don't want to make stupid decisions. So hope you guys have a great trading day today, and we'll check in with you tomorrow.